Okay? Hey. Hey. Talk shit and then abandon ship. Oh, good morning. I don't own the rights. Oh. Hey. Oh. I don't own the rights. Oh. It's the Keep It Moving show. Good morning. March 20. Oh, did I say March? I think I need to go back to sleep. August 25th, 2025 is the Keep It Moving show. Good morning. My name is the KIM. And I thank you guys for logging on this morning. I see some new faces on the line. And some old faces that I love. Good morning, sissy. Hey, it's the Keep It Moving show. 6:15 on the East Coast. You know what's good. In the background, I don't own the rights to the music. Y'all can't really hear it though. I've learned that. But Busta Rhymes, KRS-One, right here on the Keep It Moving show. Oh, let's go. Come on in. Come on in. Oh, let's go. We're going to turn it out. Oh. Blow your mind. Oh. It's the Keep It Moving show. Let's go. Monday morning. Get on up. Move your body. That's right. Move your body. Get it moving this morning. You don't have a choice. You got to go to work. Or school. Let's go. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's the Keep It Moving show. Monday morning, Virgo season. Woo. I'm telling you. Hey. Oh. Hey. Hey. It's the Keep It Moving show. 6:17 in the AM. Right here on the East Coast. I am your host, the KIM. Thank you guys for logging on Monday morning. Here in the takeover. Well, not really because, yes, you know, when I do this, I'm looking to turn my music down. I don't own the rights. I don't own the rights to this. But in the meantime, I'm just going to pause it. Woo! Okay, because if I don't pause it, I'll be sitting here bouncing the whole time. It's the Keep It Moving show, August 25th, 2025, Monday morning. Good morning to everybody out there. Facebook Live, YouTube, TikTok. You're not on Instagram. I'm not on Instagram. That's going to change, okay? That's going to change. But I wanted to shout out everybody out there. On the planet, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on the planet. I am your host, the KIM. Thank you guys for logging on to the Keep It Moving show every morning. I appreciate you guys. Like, I really do. I was thinking about something, right, as I'm preparing for the show, getting my notes and stuff together. And I realized it has been 20 years really since I started the Keep It Moving show. I know you guys are like 20 years. Well, where the hell have you been? We haven't seen you online, but I've been on like back and forth. I've been doing my thing, but I'll explain, right? So I was listening to the news, and I was listening that this week here is the 20th year anniversary to Hurricane Katrina. Now, shout out to everybody in New Orleans, then and now, because they're really still kind of going through this stuff. What kind of mess is that, though, for the United States? Okay, we're going to talk about the United States in a couple of moments, but I want to share. I want to share this. Now, 20 years ago, I was walking down the hallway in the building where the MBK Stress Management. Well, it used to be back then MBK Massage Studio, but now it is MBK Stress Management Services. Thank you very much. So now it's MBK Stress Management Services. But 20 years ago, I was in the building where MBK Massage Studio was, and I was listening to some great music, right? And then I said, hey, what the hell is this? Because I'm kind of nosy like that. So I knocked on the door, and when I knocked on the door, I met Reggie Gaskins and Cleveland. I don't know Cleveland's like full name, but Reggie Gaskins and Cleveland, and they were with IamForRadio.com. They brought your girl on, and it became KIMForRadio.com. Oh, yes, it was. KIMForRadio.com. Yes, that was me. That was the first Keep It Moving show 20 years ago. And it was so dope. I was on 4 days a week. I was on for 2 hours. And it was so dope. I had a DJ coming in. I have been, oh gosh, somebody just called in and ruined it for me. But I'll get it back because I'm going to keep it moving, girl. Anyway, DJ B, I had all kinds of guests and everything, and it's going to be like that again. But for now, I thank you guys for logging on to the Keep It Moving Express. Yes, it's Express because, you know, I get on here and then I just jump from topic to topic because I keep it moving, and then I keep on going. So everything that I do here, I touch on it. You guys go back and do a little research to find out that I'm telling you the truth. And then, you know, you keep it moving, you know, and live the day. What the hell am I talking about? Anyway, good morning, Robin. Great conversations that we had. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys and my little boo bear. It's his birthday. I'm so excited. Anyways, the Keep It Moving show, it is 6:22 right here on the East Coast. So wherever you are, I thank you guys for logging on to hang out with your girl on Monday mornings. I'm going to keep moving because I was talking about this is like my 20th year. It is. I mean, everybody else is doing it. You know, this is so great how this whole internet thing has taken off and everybody is doing their shows. I mean, everybody and their dog has an online show. So I'm just going to say thank me and my other friends that were with I Am For Radio. I want to say thank us for letting you guys know what a big platform this is. And, you know, I'm glad to see how this has taken off. Now it's my turn. Well, it was my turn then, but I'm keeping it moving. So I'm here 20 years later. It has so been 20 years. It has so been 20 years. But anyway, I'm here 20 years later, and I'm still bringing all kinds of nonsense and news and smiles and laughs, I hope. Whoa, one more thing. Let me tell you, right? Back then, we had gone, oh gosh, I totally forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, so the Keep It Moving show, this was when New Orleans hosted the first Essence Fest, the very first Essence Festival. And the Keep It Moving show was invited to come down and hang out with all the press. And I was there and I interviewed, I interviewed Tina Marie and I interviewed Destiny's Child. But let me tell you, at that point, I was not really happy with Destiny's Child. I was not a Beyonce fan at all because at that point, Beyonce was messing around with the Jigga Man, and I was not happy because I thought I was going to be the Jigga Man's girlfriend. I did. I'll save those stories for later, y'all. I'll save those stories for later. But anyway, I actually interviewed quite a few people when I went down to the Essence Festival in New Orleans 20 years ago. And then of course that happens on my birthday, like, July 3rd and stuff like that. We came home, and then the next month, which is August, they had the Hurricane Katrina, and from that point, like 1,400 people died. The whole city was flooded, and in a sense, it's almost not recovered to this day. I want to shout out everybody in New Orleans, everybody that's from there, everybody that is there now. And, one day, the United States will get its act together. But it won't be today. Their act is still not together, okay? So, we're going to talk about that. So it's the Keep It Moving show. I want to thank everybody for logging on. It's like my 6th week in a row. Talk about consistency. It is 6:26 on the East Coast, 3:26 on the West Coast. I don't know what time it is in London. I ain't even trying to figure this shit out. But it's the Keep It Moving show. I'm glad you guys have logged on. Let's talk about Trump. We got to get this over with, okay? We have to get this over with, because I only have 45 minutes left, guys. So I have to keep it moving. So keeping it moving, I want to shout out all my people online right now. I appreciate you guys. Now, keep it moving. Donald Trump, oh gosh, they did say I had to stop saying his name. So 47 is a piece of caca. You hear me? Just a piece of caca. Right now in the DMV, well, not really in the DMV. Let me just stop. Right now in the District of Columbia, there are armed troops walking around in the neighborhoods. Now, there were troops there prior to, but as of last night, they were told that they could be armed. So now there are armed troops walking around in the District of Columbia, down at the monuments, at the museums, even in some neighborhoods. Now, they're walking around with armed, weapons, with rifles and stuff. Now, I'll tell you what, it doesn't seem as scary, because I'm talking about it to you, over the air. And it doesn't seem as scary, but you have to be here. You have to be in the mix for you to really understand what's happening. It's a lot of anxiety going on down here. It's a lot of anxiety. It's a lot of anger, because people don't know where to put this. Where to put this, right? I mean, you walking downtown in the United States of America and you see armed troops just like scouring the place. And if you're driving, which also happened to me, they have checkpoints where they're pulling you over. They make you sit there for like an hour or so. And then they come up to you and they're really rude, and there's all kinds of stuff, like they are even sending emails and screenshots and text messages about what to do when you're approached by any of the guards. Goodness gracious, I need a drink on that. I do. I need a drink. Y'all know what this is. Gets the energy popping, and it does all kinds of stuff. Cinnamon, turmeric, and cayenne pepper. I'm telling you, it really does get the job done. I mean, you guys kind of hear that, like, I'm not hoarse or anything that people are when you first wake up in the morning. This does it. Get you going. Get you going. Gets the people going. Anyway, so I will tell you, it is so anxiety written down here. It's crazy. But people are deciding they're not going to let that stop them. So people are out on the streets. I mean, I was out in the streets, although I was suffering with slight food poison. suffering. Your girl's been suffering. That's the last time I'll eat Thai food for a little while. It's the Keep It Moving show. Thank you guys for logging on. It's 6:30, well, no, that would be 6 o'clock. It's 6:30 on the East Coast. And thank you guys for logging on. Let's talk some other stuff, outside of Trump, because we do have to get back to him. Yeah, we do have to get back to 47 in a little while, because he's a disruptor. He's disrupting the place, okay? In the meantime, let's keep it moving. Where are my glasses? I can see, though I really can see, but, we're going to try it this way. So, let me start something real quick. Now, like I always do, I'm always starting it. I have been known as being a trendsetter. So one thing about early in the morning, I really need to watch my speech, because it's so early. Like, I'm just talking. And then next thing you know, it's like, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But anyway, thank you guys for staying on. I want to talk to you guys about the Target boycott. I'm wondering how many of you still go to Target. Not me. I have not gone to, hey, good morning, Solomon. Okay, so how many of you still go to Target? Now, I haven't been to Target since January. Actually, that's kind of a lie. My sisters and I, we had no choice, which is going to bring me to another solution, guys. We had no choice. So we had to run in Target for a couple of things, for my dad and stuff like that. We had to run into Target. But since then, prior to last week, I had not been in Target since this January, right after 47 was, sworn in. I stopped going to Target. Now, for those of you that don't know, the reason why people decided to boycott Target is because Target decided, after all of this, let's work with the black community. Let's give the black community some shine, which they did. There are a lot of black products located inside Target. Well, I don't know if they still are, but they were. Now, they decided they weren't going to deal with the DEI anymore. Now, personally, I have my thoughts about the DEI, but I'll keep it moving. So, Target decided, they don't F with us no more. Okay, so Target, you don't F with us, we don't F with you. Well, if you guys don't know, as of right now, the Target CEO has resigned. You hear me? The Target CEO has resigned. At first, he was mad because his little $15 million a year salary had gone down to like $6 million. I don't know. I'm throwing numbers out. I don't even know what the numbers are. But it was astronomical like that. Like, who deserves $15 million a year? I don't know. But guess what? He quit. Yes, he did. He resigned. He decided that he is not going to be at Target. You know what? Now that I think about it, why would you resign? Even if things were going the way they were going in Target, why would he resign? So I'm going to say they gave him options. Either resign or you're fired. That's what I'm going to say. I think they were going to fire him. Why? Because he decided to go on with this nonsensical idea to keep black people out of Target, or not necessarily keep them out of Target, but, they can't, move up in the ranks or have bigger spots in the store because of DEI. Like, you've got to earn your spot. Either way, Target stock has gone down so much. Target's money has gone down so much. Target's in-house foot traffic has gone down. Target's online presence has gone down. I don't care how many times Mary J. Blige sings their commercials or they get De La Soul to sing on their commercials. Peace to the one that just died in De La Soul. Good morning, Martin. But I'm just saying, Target is now going down. Thanks to us. I'm going to say thanks to me because I'm always the one starting stuff. So thanks to me and all the rest of you guys out there that boycotted Target. And now they're realizing after these months and months and months of losing that they're really going to have to deal with us. But guess what? As Pastor Jamal Bryant says, you know, Pastor Jamal from New Birth down in Atlanta. Shout out to Atlanta. You're canceled. Target is canceled. And the one thing that I want to say about Target and being canceled, that, of course, you know, we still have to go somewhere to buy our products, right? We still have to go somewhere to buy the toilet tissue, to buy our cleaning products, you know, to even buy, you know, snacks, to buy our makeup. Target is there and has everything. Now, outside of Target, the only other company that we can go to, store we could go to, is Walmart. But who likes them? They're cheaters as well. And we're coming for you next, Walmart. Either way, this is what I think we should do. And I'm wondering why no one has been talking about this. Oh, God. Thank you. I'm wondering why no one has been talking about this. Now, we need these stores, right? You know, because if we don't go to these stores, then we'll be going, I don't know, to the dollar store or somewhere, buying our toiletries and buying things, essentials that we need for the home. But the one thing I never hear Black people talk about is getting our own. Now, there's a young man. Yes, young man, because he's like my age, by the name of Rob Brown. Rob Brown, he's my friend from high school. Man, I haven't been in high school in many years. But shout out to Rob Brown, because Rob Brown, a long time ago, was talking about this venture called crowdfunding. And with crowdfunding, we all come together, we all put our money in, and we all build something that's good for the masses, right? Our community. And I think that that's what we should do with Target. Now, let me keep it moving here. I don't know what they're planning on doing with Target, but I've heard no one say, after saying cancel Target, I've heard no one come up with solutions. What are we going to do now? If there's no Target out there for us to go in and purchase our items, what do we do? I'll tell you what we do. We all come together on a crowdfunding or investments, something like that, and we get together and we put a store together. I mean, to me, that sounds a little simple. And we can call it Blarget. Not really. I don't want to call it Blarget. But you guys out there, what will we call the store? I mean, it'll be just like Target. But what will we call the store? Somebody put it in the chat. What will we call the store, guys? I don't know. But what I do know is we need to stop giving them our money, because as you guys know, we are the #1 consumer in all the world. Yes, we are. We just buy shit to be buying shit all the time. So if we're going to do that, why not buy from us? Right? Why not buy from us? I'm going to tell you a small story before I move it on, before I keep it moving. Let me see. What'd you say, Solomon? Solomon, I don't understand this. I don't understand this, but Black businesses are a must. Now, if you guys don't know, I live in Prince George's County, Maryland, right? Shout out to us. Now, I don't know about right now, but we actually used to be the most affluent county in the country for African Americans, right? That means people in this place, you know, they makes bank. But what are you doing with the bank that you're making, black people? What are you doing? Now, I'm going to tell you this quick story, right? Now, a long time ago, I used to be friends with a lot of NBA players. Many of you that know me know this. Now, one day I was hanging out with my dude, Dave Wingate, who used to play for the Knicks back in the late 90s or in the early 2000s. I was hanging out with my guy, Dave Wingate. Shout out to Dave Wingate from Georgetown and from the Knicks and from Charlotte Hornets. So I was hanging out with them, and there was we all were hanging out. So it was me, it was Gate, it was Larry Johnson, it was Latrell Sprewell, Marcus Camby. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to the 99 Knicks that went to the finals. Ooh. But anyway, we were all hanging out, and I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that was after the boycotts for the NBA boycotts. And I mentioned to them, you guys are the talent. And since you guys are the talent, you guys are bringing in the money. You guys are bringing in the sponsorship. Why don't you guys build your own league? Now, they looked at me like, huh? What are you talking about? Build our own league? I'm like, dude, you got Grandmama. Remember Larry Johnson? They used to call Larry Johnson Grandmama. You got Grandmama right there. You got Sprewell right there. You have Michael Jordan was still in the league. Everybody was still in the league then. Patrick Ewing, everybody was still in the league. Charles Barkley, everybody was still in the league at that point. So my thing was, if you guys got together and decided to start your own league, the sponsorship would come to you, and you guys would be able to start your own league, have your own money, do your own thing, right? Make your own league. Now, I have to tell you, as I tell people this story, there are a lot of haters out there that says, oh God, that wouldn't have worked. The sponsorship and this. Well, the sponsorship is there not because of the owners, but because of the talent. I don't understand why I have to say this to you guys. The talent brings the money. The consumer brings the money. And if we are the talent, which we usually are, and we bring the money, which we always do, then why not tell them what we want? And if they don't give it to us, we get our own. Didn't James Brown say that? He said something like open something, open up the door. But if you don't open up the door, he'll kick the door in and get it himself. Something like that James Brown said. Goodness gracious. Solomon, look, thank you, because I thought that was a great idea too. To me, but here I am again, the trendsetter. I said that to you at the beginning of the show, and I just prove it over and over and over again. Hey, but listen, if you guys don't want to start your own stuff, crowdfunding, investments, group investments and stuff, then you get what you get. What you say, Solomon? And if we did, you know what? It would work. It would work. So anyway, shout out to Target, because I was boycotting you guys first. Boo. Anyway, it's the Keep It Moving show, and it is 6:44. Geez, I only have 30 more minutes on here. I want to shout out everybody that's online right now. I want to shout out Prince George's County. I want to shout out Baltimore. Atlanta's in the house. Florida's in the house. Texas is in the house. I'm going to talk about y'all in a second, Texas, because... And I'm just saying, I want to thank everybody. California's in the house. I want to shout out California, because I don't know if I could get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch me. But I'm so glad you do. That means you love me, and I love you too. Kanakwa! Girl, yeah. Ay, 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 Kanakwa. Ay, 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 Kanakwa. Ooh, 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 ooh. Shout out to my girl, Kim Ko. What's up, Kim? Ow. What's up, Kanakwa? Listen, I don't know if she really likes that I do that or not, but since we were kids, yes, since we were kids, and I knew, because her name's Kim Ko, right? We call her Kim Ko, but I knew what her government name was. And I've always called her that ever since. So I know she loves it, and I love it, and I love her. Shout out to my girl, Kim Ko. I love you, girl. Thank you for logging on. Thank you for getting on with me this morning. You guys know I love hearts and I love likes. So send me some, y'all. Send me some. Matter of fact, I'm just going to take this time out to thank everybody. Thank you, guys. Thank everybody for logging on. I mean, because you could still be asleep, or you could be doing anything, but you're here with me. So I do appreciate you guys. Keeping it moving. It is 6:46 on the East Coast. Wherever you are on this planet, it's in the 46. And speaking of 46, let's go back and talk about 47. Oh, Lord, child. Oh, Lord, child. He keeps us stressed out. Now, let me tell you what he is doing right now. Outside of terrorizing everybody, bringing troops into the city, he did say Chicago is next. So Chicago, I want to see how this really works in Chicago, because, you know, Chicago is really murder capital right now. So I want to see how this works in Chicago. Just bringing it back a little bit to the district. Of course, crime was down. I don't know the percentage, but it's the lowest it's been in 30 years. And to my knowledge, it's that way across the board in all major cities. Baltimore is shouting out a 50-year low. I don't know about Chicago, because I don't hear them shouting out any lows at all. But I will tell you, Donald Trump, since he's put the troops out on the street, of course this is going to happen. Sorry, guys. Of course this is going to happen. But since he's put the troops out on the street, of course crime has gone down even more. What do you think is going to happen when you have 2,000, yes, I said it, 2,000 troops on U.S. streets? Well, the criminals are going to go inside. That's what's going to happen. But he's getting ready to send troops to Chicago. I want to see how that works out there, right? Now, the mayors and the governors of these states are not having it. Governor Westmore of Maryland was like, hey, punks jump up to get beat down. The one in Chicago, the mayor and the governor in Chicago said, knuck if you buck. I mean, everybody is like, get up to get down. 911, we're going to find out if it's a joke in your town. Shout out to Flavor Flav. Shout out to Public Enemy, because they got some new stuff going on. Oh, happy birthday to my man, KRS-One. You heard me playing him in the beginning of the show. I'm going to continue because, you know, that's my dude. Anyway, Chicago, Trump said he's coming next, okay? Now, meanwhile, 47 down here is running amok. He's trying to close down everything black, right? He's in the arrests that they're making down here, over half of them are being made by ICE, because apparently that's what he's doing. He's using the troops. He's bringing the troops into your town, and then he's gathering up who he thinks are immigrants, and he's taking them. Now, there are a few other arrests that they're making. If you have a suspended driver's license, if your tags aren't good on your car, if your insurance isn't good, Yeah, they're stopping people. They're actually doing this shit. Isn't that why we have traffic cops? But anyway, Chicago, he's coming to you. So what he's doing now is he's going in all the museums because he said he doesn't like the way that the museums are making slavery look so bad. He doesn't like that their museums are making slavery look so bad. Okay, so he's giving the museums, the African American Museum of whatever it's called, it's down here. If you guys haven't been here, you have to go. It's so dope. I've been there like 4 times. The Blacks on Wax Museum in Baltimore. All types of history museums, even the ones that don't really showcase or highlight the Black experience. He's getting with all of them. He's telling them you have 120 days to get with my regime. And if you don't, I'm sending them people in there to take the stuff. How are you going to take out the big train that they have in the National Museum of Black History or whatever it's called? I'm always messing up a name. But how are you going to take out the train? How are you going to take out the slave chains? How are you going to do that? I don't know, but he's going to try. Guys, we need to fight. We need to fight. We need to fight because this is our country, not his. And he's probably stinking up the joint as he's walking around in his Pampers. P.U. Anyway, we're keeping it moving. It's 6:51. 47 is out here running amok. He's a terrorist. And I thought this country had something in place for when terrorists come, foreign and domestic. Maybe I should run for president. What up, everybody? It's the Keep It Moving show. Thank you guys for logging on. It is 6:52 right here up and down the East Coast. Hurricane Aaron has done its job. It's eroded a lot of the sand from the beaches, guys. It's eroded a lot of sand. So now we have to depend on man to go out there and put more sand down so we can make more sand. But one of the reasons why it's eroding all of the sand is because of climate change, guys. The emissions from your cars, all the pollution, all the stuff that those people are doing, all that stuff, and now we're having to pay for it. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Target, boo, us, yay. Come on, what are we going to do, guys? What are we going to do? Now, men, I got something for y'all. Oh, well, no, y'all going to be mad at me when I say this. Because this is for you guys. And I think it's supposed to be for us, but anyway, let me keep it moving. Let me keep it moving. The NFL season is starting not next week. Yeah. No, not next week, but the week after that. A week after Labor Day, the NFL season is starting. Shout out to the sucky Cowboys. Good morning, Aunt Mary. Shout out to the sucky Cowboys. I told you guys that I'm getting ready to quit you guys, right? I really mean it because I can't stand Jerry Jones. I've never been able to stand Jerry Jones, but it is at this point right now that he is so in line with 47. He reminds me of 47. And it seems like those guys are going to go down screaming and kicking. And I can't stand it. You know what, Solomon? Pittsburgh is not the move. Pittsburgh is not the move. Boo, Steelers. But so I think I am definitely going to become a Ravens fan. Now, let me just say this. I've always been a Raven fan, right? Because me and the Ravens and the Million Man March came to this area the same month. So I'm saying, I think now I'm a Ravens fan. But anyway, to keep it moving, the NFL season is starting in next week, something like that. You guys know when it's starting. First game of the season is My God, I'm sorry, these sinuses. But whoever liked Solomon's Pittsburgh Steelers comment, is probably Robin. Anyway, boo to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, what I'm going to share with you guys is this. Oh, yeah, the Cowboys and the Eagles. I think that's the first Monday night game or something like that. So whatever to them. But anyway, keeping it moving, I just want to let you guys know that this isn't the first year, but in 2018, the NFL decided to bring male cheerleaders into the fold. Let's go. Let's go. Now, let me share that. Let me share this, right? Now, they've always had male cheerleaders. And, well, not always, but in 2018, they had male cheerleaders. But they've always had separate dance teams where they had men on the dance teams. And, you know, they hold up the girls that's standing in the air. And, you know, they do flips and stuff like that. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, the NFL presents male cheerleaders that's doing the female cheers. Okay, so I'm only laughing because I know the men are like, what the WTF? Solomon, all you men out there, thumbs up or thumbs down. Can you do a thumbs down on here? I think you could do an angry face. But are you guys ready for male cheerleaders? I'm telling you, like, I don't know if you guys know, like right now, I don't know if you guys know right now that the little tiny shorts are, I know, Solomon, but listen, the little tiny shorts, almost like the shorts that Magic and Isaiah and them used to wear back in the day, like those are the shorts that guys are wearing now. And so now the cheerleaders are wearing the little tiny shorts like the girls, and they're getting out there and they're doing cheers. Yeah, go. Just like the women. So, so when the men get out and cheer, they're going to be like, get behind him, bring it back. Get behind him, bring it back. Listen, yes, I am silly. It's early in the damn morning. It's Monday morning, the beginning of your week. Why not have some silliness? Look at my hair. Anyway, it's the Keep It Moving show. So shout out to all the male cheerleaders. Matter of fact, I'll just share with you the teams that will have male cheerleaders this year. The New Orleans Saints, the Los Angeles Rams, I don't know, but it's a third of the teams out there that will be having male cheerleaders, and I wonder if your team is one of them. Probably the Pittsburgh Steelers will have male cheerleaders. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Hey, shout out to all the male cheerleaders out there. You know what? I think I may try to get in touch with one of them. Hey, push them back, way back. It's the Keep It Moving show. It is 6:59. I only have 15 minutes left, so I'm going to keep it moving. I thought that was so funny, guys. I thought that was so funny. Now, staying on sports, good grief. Staying on sports, I want to shout out to our dude, Ice Cube. Yay. because Ice Cube, his Big 3 championship was yesterday. Shout out to Ice Cube and his partnership with CBS, okay? Because for the 6th year in a row, they have shown Ice Cube's Big 3 basketball tournament. The championship was yesterday. It was the Chicago Triplets, coached by Dr. J, Julius Erving, against the Miami 305, coached by Los Angeles Hall of Famer Michael Cooper. And the game was dope. Now, I don't know if you guys have been to any of Ice Cube's Big 3 tournaments, but I have a couple times, and it's dope. And then Ice Cube performs at halftime, you know, yay, yay. You know, I do know Ice Cube songs, so I don't know. I was doing the anyway. People are starting to call me. Why would you call me when you know I'm doing my show? I don't know. Maybe they want to get on. Matter of fact, starting next week, if you guys want to get on and hang out with me, all you got to do is hit the thing on there that says join live, and I'll bring you on and we can talk. Plus, I'll be having interviews. You know, I was supposed to have one this week, but as soon as I get my StreamYard whatever thing, as soon as I get that up, I'll be bringing people on, and then we keep it moving, right? I do that. So anyway, back to the Big 3 championship. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this video clip of Michael Beasley and Lance Stevenson, former NBA players, and they had an interview with someone, and Michael Beasley was talking about all kinds of really disgusting sexual stuff to Lance Stevenson. Well, anyway, that was just really a promo to shout them out in Miami 305 in Ice Cube's league. And they play on the same team, and they actually, was his team that won. So shout out to Michael Beasley and Lance Stevenson, but shout out to, once again, Super Mario Chalmers, because he hit the winning three-point shot last night to put Miami over Chicago to win their very first Big 3 championship. Now, I don't know if you guys remember who Mario is. I never knew he played basketball in Alaska, but apparently that's where he played high school ball, in Alaska. And he won a couple championships with them. He won a championship with Kansas City Jayhawks when he was in college. He won 2 championships with the Miami Heat, with Shaq and Dwayne Wade and them. Remember that? And then he turned around and hit the game-winning shot to win yet another championship with this is his first one with the Big 3. But he has so many championships now. Shout out to Super Mario Chalmers, because that boy was dope. He hit the game-winning shot and then turned around and just walked off the court. Walked off into his glory, because once again, he's making it happen. Shout out to Mario. Shout out to Michael Cooper. Shout out to the Miami 305 and Ice Cube's Big 3. So shout out to them. We're keeping it moving. I want to thank you all for logging on. It's 7:03. I only got a couple minutes left, but again, it's the Keep It Moving Express. So I'm just sharing some things, and then I keep it moving, and then I say, hey, y'all, and then I keep it moving. Anyway, so shout out to the Big 3. Now, also, I don't know, I do a lot of television watching when I'm not out in the streets, because I'm out in the streets just doing all kinds of things, saving the people. Yes, that's what I do. That's what I do. I'm out there saving the people. You hear me? I'm out. Listen, don't let me tell you the time that I almost got into a fight with the police. I don't be playing. I be keeping it moving. But anyway, that's what I do. I'm not trying to do it. It's just who I am. But anyway, so I watch Jimmy Kimmel. I like Jimmy Kimmel. I think he's funny, and I think Trump is getting ready to, gotta stop saying Trump. 47 is getting ready to take him off air as he did with Stephen Colbert. But in the meantime, I'll shout out Jimmy Kimmel. You know, I said I was going to be on his show one day. I'm going to make it happen. Anyway, so while he's gone, he's on summer vacation. This is to, I guess, so ABC could save money because that man makes a lot of money. Now, he's had a lot of guest hosts. And I told you, you know, before, Anthony Anderson was on there and he had a lot of great guests on there. So shout out to, oh God, I forgot what the guy's name is. But, you know, he played in all the blaxploitation. Matter of fact, he was Aretha Frank, Glenn Turman. Glenn, yes. Shout out to him. He got his Hall of Fame, the Walk of Fame star and stuff like that. I'm so crazy. But I want to shout out Tiffany Haddish. Now, I don't know if you guys know, a couple years ago, Tiffany Haddish and the other comedian, Aries Spears, was sued for child pornography, or at least accusing them of child pornography. Now, let me set the scenario of what happened. Tiffany knew a lady who had kids, I guess, that was trying to get into acting. Tiffany and Aries, at least, I don't know about the little girl, but at least had the little boy in a pair of underwear. And I guess they were simulating sexual acts and they were minors. And Tiffany and Aries put this out. Now, of course, that would be called soliciting child porn, which of course is against the law. And so, hey, good morning to AB. Good morning. New York is in the house. Hey, okay, keep it going. I get so distracted, but we're keeping it moving. So Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears, they had been accused of child pornography. And I don't know what ended up happening, but I know that the children were friends of a lady that Tiffany was friends with, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, here we are, 2025. That was 2022. 2025, I guess the case has been settled. I'm not really sure what happened with that. But, you know, everybody was a little, you know, taken aback and also disgusted that Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears would do something like that. I don't know if they've been through something like this and it wasn't a big deal. I don't know. But Tiffany was on, she guest host Jimmy Kimmel the other night. Now, she did something that was brilliant, and I like Tiffany. Now, Tiffany always showcased new comedians. This time, she brought children up there. Now, the children were from age of 7 to 9, and they were great. They were funny. It was so cute. And I just wanted to shout out Tiffany Haddish for overcoming that. I don't know if she was, I don't know. But apparently she was found innocent because she's still out here. She's still trying to help the children. I just wanted to shout out Tiffany Haddish for overcoming this and, you know, still helping the kids because, you know, our next group of comedians has to start from somewhere. So I want to shout out, you know, those that's going back and teaching others and helping them mature into their new career. So shout out to all the teachers out there. Shout out to the comedians out there. Shout out to everybody. It's the Keep It Moving show. It is 7:08. And let me just share this with you. I don't know if you guys have seen my skin lately. Well, I do have like a little bit of makeup on. But I have been using the snail mucus. Listen, I know you guys are like, what in the hell is she talking about? But there's a lady out there. Her name is Vicki Irvin. And Vicki Irvin promotes the healthy black woman lifestyle. And in the healthy black woman lifestyle, Vicki has this product that she has brought over from, I think it's Korea. I think. And it's made out of the secretion from snails. Don't say nothing to me, y'all. I gotta try. I have to try anything to, help me stay youthful. So I've been trying the snail snot, and it's, pretty okay. It's pretty okay. Next week when I come on, I'm not going to wear any of this stuff, even though I don't really wear makeup. But next week when I come on, I'm not going to have on any blush and stuff so you can really see. But it really is working. So shout out to Vicki Irvin and the Snail Mucin. That's what it's called. Snail Mucin. And it works. So far, I've been using it for like 3 weeks. And it kind of works. Hey, Robin, you got some too? Yay! You know what? So I'm not the only one putting snail snot on her face. Yes. I love it. Now, I don't have what I am going to tell you, because it's 7:10 in the a.m. So it's almost time for me to get up out of here. But in the meantime, I want you guys to pay attention to yourselves, right? Because with everything going on the planet, oh, good morning, Roses. Oh my God, you guys. Roses, thank you so much. Now, I know all of these things that we are going through in our country, it can be quite nerve-wracking. A lot of us could be dealing with anxiety at the moment. A lot of us could be dealing with anger. A lot of different emotions that we tend to go through as we're dealing with 47 and all these new things that's going on out there. But I want to remind you that oxygen is your best friend. Now, I'd like to say I'm your best friend, right? Because I got best friends everywhere. I love my best friends too. But I will tell you that oxygen is your best friend. It's number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, as quoted by KRS-One. Happy birthday to him. But anyway, oxygen is your best friend. Whether you're inhaling it, whether you're drinking it, whether you're eating it, and those things. Oxygen is your best friend. So please remember to take your breaths, keep your breaths coming in all day, every day. Eat fruit, eat vegetables, drink your water. It is so important, because whether you know it or not only does it keep you alive, it does lessen your anxiety. It lessens your anger. It lessens all of the negativity in your life, and it puts you in a space of clarity, right? If you're not relaxed, there's no way that you can think properly. So take your breaths in and out. Several of them. Every time you feel your body trying to take that breath, please let it happen. It is the best thing that you can do for yourselves. Okay. My name is the KIM. I want to shout out KRS-One. I want to shout out my brother-in-law, Jay Pratt. I want to shout out his twin brother, Boo. It's their birthday. I want to shout out all the Virgos. It's Virgo season. I love Virgos. I love me some Virgos, right? I got a lot of Virgo friends. They're funny. They're smart. They're super fashionable. I love Virgos. So shout out to all of them. Next week it's going to be something big. I think I said that last week. Well, you know what's big? Monday. And me, the KIM. I appreciate you guys for coming on. I guess I'll talk to y'all next week, right? I'll talk to y'all next week. I love you guys. Well, wait a minute. Where's my music? Oh, I don't own the rights. Have a great day, everybody. Oh, let's go. Let's go. I don't own the rights. Hey, have a great day, everybody. Oh. Oh. Sean! Oh my God! Finally! Have a great day, everybody. I love you guys. See you Monday. Have a great week. Ooh, I don't own the rights. Blow your mind.